Month 2, month 1, we all, jogging.
Jogging,
You're
exercising. Yeah, you're eating right.
These are the days now we want to, to walk and take in the air.
Yeah.
We want to see the environment.
Yeah.
Month 2, it seems neither here nor there. Now we are Netflixing because we are tired of exercising.
Yes.
Month 3, now we need to eat.
Hey peeps, welcome back to SAISA MUNGA. This is episode 5. Welcome back. This is Cycads Suits. I'm at the balcony, and thank you for the love, thank you for the support, and thank you for being here. This is still business unusual, and we are learning so much, we are growing, and we are enjoying talking to one another. I have enjoyed this series, and I hope you are enjoying too. In this episode 5, we are going to speak to Mike, who is in agribusiness consultancy and also an MC. And let's find out what has happened, what has been going on. I am excited. Kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, and thank you for coming back. Thank you for stopping by. I truly appreciate your love and your support. This is Business Unusual. This is episode 5, and welcome. Business, consultancy, and MC.
Yes.
Yeah.
So which one do you want? Do you want agribusiness? Or do you want MC?
Which one is the cool one?
The MC, of course.
I don't think it's like agribusiness.
Agribusiness, mashamba.
Mashamba na kulima.
You know, I watched your other episode where the guy was saying, was it Kanyumba?
Yes, Kanyumba Limited.
Kanyumba Limited.
Yeah.
Mine is Tonyoba.
How did you become an MC?
Yeah, so generally I've been a very confident boy.
Okay.
Just to give you a little background about myself.
Yes.
Those who know me from primary school know that I used to lead the praise and worship kind of songs.
Okay.
Stopped singing pretty much, then I took up more of acting.
Okay. So now you're also an actor?
I have been an actor. I think
okay.
I have
what were you acting? Plays.
Yeah, plays, mostly plays. Yes.
I enjoy plays.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, plays are awesome.
I am a fan of plays. When did you officially start being an MC?
So, for weddings especially, was in 2014. A friend of mine whom we used to do a lot of team buildings when we were youth, or rather team building kind of games, picnic, etc. Just decided that I'll be his MC in his wedding. And I told him, this is my first time. And he said, no, you're the guy. And I said, sawa. So I went, I didn't do a good job. In hindsight, I didn't do a good job.
Yeah, but he risked with you though.
He risked with me, and I always tell him, ukiwa na gig ingine sasa nitachapa sherehe. Ile sherehe tutachapa hapo.
Wakae na mshtuko.
But anyway, so after that, that's how I started. The next one we did with him.
Okay. Oh, that's amazing.
With him because we were very good friends.
Okay.
And then after that was in 2015.
Yeah.
And then also in 2015, I think is also when I got my first paid gig.
Okay, as an MC.
Yes, as an MC. So
did you have to train to be an MC, or you just picked it up as you go along?
I didn't train, but what I did is after that I more or less curated my own way.
Okay.
I just knew how things flow.
Yeah. Now you start polishing it and then making it your own.
Yes,
owning the craft.
Yes. Okay. Because the next time I attended a wedding which I was not MCing, it looked very different. And mimi ni kimbelembele. There are times when I feel kama unaenda kuangusha na harusi ni rafiki yangu, I'll show up and probably ask you, will you allow me to try and do something? And then you tell me yes or no. And yeah. So normally once in a while I've taken over other people's weddings just to make sure it's lit.
Let's go to agribusiness. How did it all start?
Just before I shift my hat.
Because the hat has to shift.
Yes, the hat has to shift. Even the language will be different. You'll notice.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
So for the other thing that I've done with my MC is that there's it's a conversation. It's called What's Next Agritech. It's hosted by an organization called Meta.
Okay. And
now we co-host it with them. Okay. I'm normally the moderator.
Okay.
So that's the other aspect that is not shere,
but a bit sober and also to moderate and also So in the future you want to be not just a normal MC. You also want to facilitate and be a moderator.
Correct.
Okay.
But what I see, I think I'll probably retire in a few.
Really?
MCing is very exciting, but at some point it becomes a little. You feel that you now need to move to
ahead. Change the hat so that you go to agribusiness. Okay. Yeah. So But every time we'll be going back to refer to either of the two, we will be changing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are two different people. But anyway,
so anyhow, how did you start in agribusiness consulting?
So in agribusiness, I was hired for a period in 2011 May.
Did you train for it?
Yeah, I was trained in horticulture.
Oh, okay.
Yes, okay. I was trained in horticulture at Tigeton.
Okay.
Of course, everyone never wanted to do horticulture. Everyone wanted to be a lawyer. Mm-hmm. And
anyway, horticulture is not
cool. But guess what? Everyone is eating.
Every single day.
Even the lawyers are eating.
Yeah. You know the cameraman is a lawyer.
No, he will eat. So he'll probably consume my product, I will not consume his. How cool is that? How cool is that? Anyway, so I was trained and then I was hired briefly in a company that was selling greenhouses. Okay. One of the opportunities that I think I noticed, I think I've been an entrepreneur since I was young. Okay. So I saw an opportunity there. I did is the people who were selling greenhouses to always wanted someone to train them. Okay. To train their worker. Yeah. To just visit the farm and see how things are going. Yes. So I used to do that mostly over the weekend. Yeah. And then I realized it's too much work. Okay. I mean, combining my work and then we also started having conflicts at work. I decided it's an opportunity for me to leave. So when I left, I started now visiting those farms. And then zikaisha. You know, the way you visit this farm, you've done your projections. This farm,
I'll be busy whole month.
Yeah. And these guys decided, now we're cool, now we're good.
We no longer
every time you come, you charge me 2.5. Now let me save the 2.5. I was like,
So now
so
what
do I do? That was the first curveball. Probably should call this curveballs.
Yes, I will call it curveballs.
Yeah. So that was the first curveball. So, I mean, it took me as a shock. Yeah. But now I decided, I think I had online, Google had a certain concept called GKBO, Getting Kenya Businesses Online. Yeah. And then what they were doing is they had prepared templates and then you could just come in and post in your company. It's more or less like a Facebook. It's a template, you post in your information and then you're online, hosted by Google. So I did that and then, as fate would have it or as God would have his own ways. One of the ladies who was working at Google then, she wanted someone to go and train her mom on greenhouse. They had installed a greenhouse for her, but she needed someone to go and train her on how to manage it. So she looked online and guess who she found? You. No, guess who she found? No, you're not saying it. Guess who she found?
Mike.
Yes.
Not you.
No, but then the company is called Horticrops Consultants Africa.
Oh, Horticrops Consultants Africa.
Yeah, it's nothing new. It's horticultural crops.
I briefly worked with the horticulture industry.
Yeah.
I have a passion with them. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you at least understand our space.
Yeah. And I understand even your stress.
Oh yeah.
Hizo beans zimefika JKIA. Hey, French beans. The issues with French beans.
Yeah, Mishiri. Yeah. But they are a gold mine if you master
the levels of stress.
The system.
The levels of stress with those ones I saw.
Yeah. No, but nowadays there are people who take over the stress. Like we take over your stress. So that you can have your peaceful living. I will carry the stress. Yes. But make sure
Jakarta, they have not been cut properly. They weren't packed. They didn't get to the
cold room.
To the cold room in time.
I know.
And then unaanza kuzileta huku kwetu kwa supermarket tupambane nazo.
Alafu tunasema umetuzia rejects. But so Francophone and Anglo and Francophone countries. Wow. And then she's Dorothy Oko. I remember we had a conversation with her and she told me they are also now talking about GKBO and how it has transformed businesses. So that's also how I found myself to KTN. Oh, okay. So KTN Sunrise Live. So we had like 30 minutes. Can you imagine 30 minutes of prime time? Yeah, 30 minutes of fame. So you're famous? Of prime time. No, I was not famous. You're not listening this conversation, this story in the right limelight. The right message is this. So when I was there,
stick to the message.
Yes, when I was there at KTN, I spoke, of course, that I build greenhouses. A reverend in Nyeri, Reverend Gidaiga, I've never forgotten the gentleman, called me to tell me that he wants a greenhouse. He's heard that I build greenhouses. And then as fate would have it, we set up the first greenhouse, and I remember he deposited the money in my personal account. I didn't even have a business account at that time.
Wow.
Yeah, he deposited some substantial amount of money. I remember the bank called me to ask me, what is this money for? It was buy. So we went to Nairobi, we set up our first greenhouse and set up so many others way later.
Okay, how long have you been in that space of doing agribusiness and doing that?
Since 2011.
Oh wow, that's a while.
Yeah. Of course, when I was employed, and then
even after.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in 2016 is when we realized that there are too many people building greenhouses and doing all that.
Yeah.
So we shifted. We realized that the gap is in service.
Okay.
In consulting, in agronomy.
Yeah.
In training.
Yeah.
And in helping people set up viable businesses.
Yeah.
So that's now where I transitioned.
Oh, so you transitioned because now the market had already been flooded with.
That was one, and then you also look at the long term picture.
And of course growth.
And growth, yes.
Yes.
Because we realized there's an opportunity here. We have a lot of guys. You know, people talk about brain drain as people who've gone out of the country to take their skills there. There's brain drain even locally. So where you find, you were trained in horticulture, but you're here doing boda.
Yeah.
I mean, the skills that was invested in you for 4 years or 3 years
it's
are now lost because you are now in a whole new industry altogether.
Yes.
So that's a brain drain.
Oh, okay.
You know, and then there's a gap.
Yes.
So in that gap, other people come in and try to plug in. So other people are a lawyer who did some farming, it worked out well, he's now a consultant. You know, a techie who did ABCD, he's now a consultant, which now brings some of the challenges people experience every now and then. Go and do your lawyer.
If everything else fails, you can always be a farmer.
Yeah, you go.
This is the plan.
Yeah, you
the
fail
default
in
plan.
KCSE, go back to. Also, even when you were young, if you were being punished, you're being told go to the farm.
Yes.
So you relate farming with punishment. You relate farming with failure. You relate farming with, and then look at what happens in our maize industry. When we start the year, we don't have enough fertilizer, the seeds are not available, etc. And that's what government tells us. Now the farmers get the fertilizers in the plant. When it's time to harvest, we are not going to buy, our prices are too expensive.
Yes.
So if that is what you hear every single time of someone who has 1,000 acres of land, then you ask yourself, is this a place you want to be, or you just want to get a boda, take someone from point A to point B,
and make my own money and make food.
So that has been one of the main challenges. But again, I think rebranding needs to be done.
Okay. Who should do it? Is it you guys who are doing it, or all of us as a community need to come together and uplift the
one thing I've also learned is that when people when people grow into their careers, the first side hustle of choice is always agriculture.
Ask me about it. When I got my first money,
tell me.
When I got some small tubes, I decided to farm. And guess what?
What were you farming? Where were you farming?
Wheat. Uko past Njoro, what is it called?
Maunaro.
Yes.
What happened?
I lost money. Hey.
What happened? What happened? What did you
First of all, I was a telephone farmer.
Right.
We were phone call. Right. Hello. Mmepata fertilizer, mmepata nini.
Correct.
Then it's going there over the weekend when it's convenient for us.
Yeah.
It was a partnership with 3 other ladies, so we could interchange.
Yeah.
You go this weekend, I go the next weekend, maybe.
Yeah.
I think the mistakes were too many at the beginning of this business. Of course, we had gone into an agreement, which when things fell apart, that agreement was as useless as even making that agreement. Because we had 2 part of agreements. We had an agreement with the owner of the land, because we are leasing the land, and also among us. I remember I signed off. I released the business because I was like, I can't continue losing money. At this point, I had lost almost 150K. Oh, wow. So I'm like, I don't want to continue in this business again. Yeah. I was like, for me, it stops here. Yeah. Let me cut my losses and walk. Right. So my friends also continued with the business. They ended up planting potatoes, and they made huge losses. It was 5 acres. Yeah. There was too much. I don't know why we always think of that as the first side hustle. No, is it how we go about it?
Largely, it's how people implement it.
Okay.
The other issue is that Kenyans don't like paying for knowledge. You don't want to pay a consultant who will probably guide you. And know the amount of money I'll probably ask you, if it's say 5,000, 10,000, will help you mitigate 100,000 loss.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
For example, if you are going to do potatoes, then I would rather I mean, you have someone who will buy it, get the right seeds. So I know where you can get the right seeds. I probably have a few people who can take it off before you actually put the first
before we actually put even the first money on the table.
Yeah. So, I mean, people should, in my opinion, I think people should invest more in the knowledge so that you understand. It helps you mitigate the risk early before you get into it.
But you know, sometimes these businesses are by the way.
Yeah.
They are by the way. Someone has called me from Shags and they're like, oh, you know, I have this plot. I'm like, I can't buy it now. I do not have the purchasing power. Yeah. But if you can allow me to farm on it, I can see how much I can make.
Yeah.
So someone has called me, so I lease the land and probably less than 30,000.
Yeah.
I lease about 5 acres.
Correct.
So you see, I'm helping that person.
Yeah.
But myself, I don't even have a moment to catch myself and think, what do I do with this land?
Yeah.
I get it, and then I start asking, even that person who I've listed from, uko munapanda nini? Nini, what is doing well?
Yeah.
And then the next time, I'm like, let me know the next cycle of planting.
Yeah.
I'm in the business of it.
And that is normally the mistake, because if from an agribusiness perspective, don't ask what do you normally grow.
Yeah.
Ask what is in demand in the market. I mean, what is the market dynamics?
Yes, yes.
So what is the trend?
Yes.
So with that, now you can invest backwards.
Oh, okay. And then also you can think backwards.
Yeah, you invest to target that particular market. And guess who has that knowledge?
Yeah, you.
Guess who?
Mike.
No, guess who?
Mike.
No, the agribusiness consultant.
Oh, agribusiness consultant.
Yeah, but
so,
Mike is the key.
Mike is the key.
I mean, there is
only
one
guy, of course.
This
guy.
Everyone else is a pretender to this. Anyway, so
you are the 8.
No, I'm the it. Every other one is a small it. So for telephone farmers, we have a solution for you.
Yes.
So what we do is we come and take over the management for you, because there are two sides to it.
Yeah.
There's the resources side, and then there's the management. Yeah. So you can have the resources, which most people do, but you do not have the management. So you don't have the time, you don't have the skill, you don't have the market intelligence.
Yeah.
So that is what we bring to the table, and we're saying, I mean, we'll take off off the shoulder the burden that you have in terms of where to sell, how to grow, etc. And then we will make sure that we do either we do a profit share or you pay us at the end of the month.
That's amazing. There's something you had said about the facts about how many people eat in a day.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, Kenya National Bureau of Statistics has Kenya at 12.5 million households. 12.5 million households. Those are more or less families.
Every day we are eating.
Million. Yes. All those people. Take one product. Take tomatoes. There are at least 12.5 million tomatoes being consumed every day. At least twice in a day.
The new guys are busy.
We should be.
Why you not?
We should be. But now we have a few other, we call them macro challenges, where our government allows, our cost of production is slightly higher than our neighbors.
Yes.
So when they're in production, our production is not competitive. Per se,
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is one of the major challenges. But again, it's just how you approach your market.
Okay. Let's talk about COVID affect your business.
Yes. So, Mnamo March, when Multai Kagwe, our dear minister...
You people are accusing this guy. Everybody comes to this show.
No. Because he was the one who was the bearer of the news.
Yes.
So
don't kill the messenger.
And then he was also the face of
COVID. Yes.
The COVID management in the country. So, when he announced it, the first thing that affected is that we had a farm in Joska, and we were going to transplant. And he said that they have locked. So we were actually locked out of the Nairobi metropolitan. Remember when they said Athiriva?
Yes.
There's one thing the police understand, and there's one thing that he meant.
Yes.
Now, what he meant is that Athiriva, and Athiriva is from the Athiriva Mombasa road side.
Yes.
These guys went with the river. The police
they fought at
the river. So there's a place the river passes. Yeah. Well, that's where they put their stop, and it's literally 5 kilometers, no, even 3 kilometers from the farm. So
you were locked out.
We were locked out only on day one, because now the next day I think the Minister Matiani went and corrected it and pushed it all the way to close to Tala. So at least we were able to go to the farm.
Yes.
The other one was to get the letters that would allow us now to live
as essential service.
Yes, as essential service.
Yeah.
Of course, we were essential service, but now they wanted us to get the letter from the ministry. You can't go to the ministry because now they don't want people to visit the office because now they're afraid. Social distancing, work from home, etc. So, I mean, for the first month, I think 2 months, March and April, I sat back in the house. Pretty much.
Did you have money? Did you have food?
Yeah, so I mean, so with that, normally Kenyans, we're more or less okay until month 3.
Yes.
Yeah, month 1, month 2, month 1 we all jogging.
You're exercising. Yeah, you're eating right.
These are the days now we want to walk and take in the air.
Yeah.
Want to see the environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, month 2. It's still neither here nor there. Now we are Netflixing because we are tired of exercising.
Yes.
Month 3 now we need to eat.
And now you are no longer fasting. Month 1 you were even saying, I'm not gonna eat carbs. This is carbs. This is too much. I'm exercising. I'm watching my weight. Month 3, you're like, where are they?
Eat carbs in the So so that was the first
challenge.
Curveball. That's curveball
number 2.
Number 2.
In MCeeing, how was that?
2020.
You're your curveball number 3.
You know that song 2020. 2020. So that song, that was the one. That song was the one that was transitioning us from. I knew this year. 2020. I wanted to do 25 events and 25 gigs. So I had my clear plan.
Yeah. Had you found the 25 gigs?
Oh, I was on a roll. In January I had 2. In February I had 3. In March I had locked down 2.
Yes.
And I had also locked down 1 in April and another 1 in June.
Aye.
I was on my way.
So you had almost 10 by the time you hit
that I was locking down.
Yes.
Na bado siku zilikuwa, I still had weekends.
Yes.
I was just looking now, who else?
Yes.
Super MC is available. Who else?
Who is ready? Who has a wedding? Who has what? Who has
nani anataka harusi? Anyway, fast forward. So what happened is when we did our last wedding in February, now holds a match. Now they started calling us to do a refund. Yeah. So when you book me, when you book me, then you book me with a fee. Deposit.
Yes.
So that means you've locked down. Yes. But now in our contract, very important.
Yes.
There was a bit where we said it's not reimbursable.
Okay.
But you see, this is considered. Other people talking about it's a force majeure kind of situation, or I don't know. So what I did is I just called the guys and I told them I can refund the money now if you want, if you so wish. Yeah. But because we all knew, or rather we thought that this thing would end in like 2-3 months all the restrictions would go. What happened is now we were forced. I called them, I told them, when you guys are ready now to do the wedding, I'll still come and do. I won't charge you extra, I will still maintain the rates. And we knew when that time comes, there'll be a rush for service providers. So we knew we were going to be.
You'll recover.
Yeah. So we knew that they also felt they saw the sense. They knew that it's going to be a rush, so we'd rather lock him at that price than wait to negotiate with him again in the near future. In the near future. So that's how we proceeded. We did.
Does it mean you had not used the money?
No, of course I had.
So what did you do?
No. See. It's 5K, it's 10K, some of them are 30K.
Yeah.
Some people are just locking you with like 60% of the money, 80%. There's even one who have paid 100%. But now what we agreed on is when you guys are ready, because we kept on communicating, which was very important. There's two that I reimbursed. There's actually one that I'm supposed to reimburse, I'm to think of it. Because they went ahead and did a wedding. So I just want to clear it up with them. They did a very good COVID weddings, very small. Yeah. So you didn't MC any COVID wedding at all? I did 2 later, sometime in August.
But the pay wasn't the same?
Way lower.
Way lower?
Yeah.
Was the excitement the same?
Sherehe. Who's your MC? Who is your MC?
Sherehe tunapika kupika.
So we still had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then in September, I think now when the restrictions allowed for weddings.
Yes.
All the weddings that had been pushed brought in September. So from September day 1 to I had 5 weddings.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, so at least we were able to do that.
But there are a few tricks that you had to do now after coming back from COVID in MCeeing. Did you ever target emceeing probably online or facilitating a webinar or something like
So
that?
yeah, apart from the webinar of What's Next Agribusiness, because we did that almost immediately after when the pandemic hit, I think a month later.
Okay.
I did a training called Investing in Agribusiness. It was WhatsApp and online based. I had, I think, 13 people signed up and they paid. And I'm actually very excited. 3 of them are harvesting at this period.
That's
one who is
good.
harvesting onions. I'm supposed to link him up with the market, and then there's another one who's harvesting tomatoes, who's actually sold part of it.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so that one was very exciting. And for me, it was a new way of looking at things.
Okay. A new way of doing business now.
Yes, because all of a sudden, there's this market that just presented itself.
Yeah.
And you know, when everyone is in agribusiness and they're talking about training on agribusiness, they train you on the pests and diseases. No one tells you the agribusiness.
It's ideas.
I mean, what's the market size?
Yes.
What influences the prices?
Yes.
What are the trends?
Yes.
I mean, what is the variety and those kind of things. So and that was my direction. Because the people I was talking to are people who are willing to invest. Okay. Not people who are willing to go and grow. These are people who are going to be the owners of the biashara. So I have been going along with that. If anything, now I'm creating content to have them on demand.
That's good.
On Udemy and Teachable and any of those platforms.
Okay, so you completely went online now?
For training.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. How is business now?
So, I mean, pretty much what I've seen is that business has come back.
Okay.
Or rather, there are inquiries and new clients. There are a lot of doors being knocked.
Okay, that's
and
good.
I feel things are picking up. New opportunities are coming out as well. So we are. I don't know. For me, business in terms of agriculture, I think it's picking up very well.
Okay.
For emceeing, this time I decided I'm going to catch them at their Aurora show so that I be the MC at their Aurora show and their wedding.
So that is the new...
That is the new model.
Yes.
For some reason it's working.
Okay.
We have...
so how do you know who has a Aurora show?
So I mean we call it social engineering.
Okay.
You know you're my friend.
Yes, I know a friend who has an Aurora show.
So we tell them there's an MC who has a good package.
So once you catch them at the Aurora show, you have them...
No, our package is actually value for money, because what we do is we charge you either 100,000 and then we tell you we'll bring you sound at your Aurora show. DJ and an MC. Okay. And then we'll also bring to you a sound DJ, MC and ushers at your wedding. Depending on the number, the numbers and the distance also.
Oh, that's a good package.
No, it's a fantastic package.
Oh.
I mean, it's the only package. All the other packages are
just packages.
Proposals. We're the ones who have the value now. Yeah.
Interesting. And for agribusiness, what are you doing uniquely to stay afloat?
So for agribusiness, we've decided to focus more on 2 things: consulting.
Yes.
We feel there's a huge gap there.
Yeah.
And then number 2 on the farm management.
Okay.
So we want to be the biggest farm management company in the country. So we want to literally manage half an acre.
Yeah.
Through our very unique model to managing up to 50 acres.
Okay. Which is this unique model?
So no, it's our model, so I can't tell people.
You can't tell people because tomorrow we'll start doing it.
Yeah, because you know Kenyans. Tomorrow people will have it there.
Yeah, but that's true. Okay,
yes,
I
but
get
we
it.
want to at least have quite a number of
Yes. Talk to me about, are you targeting other markets now in 2021 in terms of business? And how are you doing that?
So this year 2021 we are largely focusing on locking down our counties. Right now we're in 5 counties. Okay. We want to probably double that before we now move to the next market.
The target is the 47 counties.
Not really. We just want to do 11. Once we are done with 11, we feel we will probably be in a position to scale up. Okay. And then move to
other countries.
To Uganda and then to Rwanda.
Okay.
And then after that we'll see how things.
Oh, okay. Okay. And for emceeing, are you targeting probably to go MC somewhere else?
No, emceeing, I just want to do my 20 events.
That's it.
20 Aurora shows, which are 20 weddings.
Yes.
And I am home and dry.
You're home and dry for the year.
Yes.
Let's talk about customer experience. What are you doing different to make your customer feel really, really involved in your business?
So for agriculture in terms of farm management, what we are doing is we're almost done. We're developing a platform that more or less updates them almost every single time.
Okay.
So it's a platform where you log in, you see a small inbox one.
Yeah.
When you click on it, it gives you status of your farm.
Yes.
As per that time.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So keeping the customer informed.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we also have a few account managers. Initially, we never had that. I used to be more or less the sole communicator.
Okay.
So correspondence used to come from Michael. But now there's someone who focuses on several accounts, another person on several accounts.
So there's growth.
You'd call it growth, but we just found a model. We've just found a model that
works.
Yeah, so realigning a few responsibilities. Yes.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
You have heard of this saying, God and business don't mix.
Yeah.
Is it true or false according to you?
No, even one of the people that we admire so much was a biashara man. I mean, Abraham had silvers and golds and an army. I mean, he was a biashara guy. So
even had enough to share.
Yeah, even had enough to share.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what we don't get to do, by the way.
Yes.
But he even had enough to share.
Yeah.
I took a course called Synapses. I think your previous.
Yes. Kevin also talked about it. Yeah.
Kevin. Of
Kanyumba Limited. Yes.
So Synapses, what it did is it focused on kingdom business. How can you structure your business?
Yes.
As a kingdom business.
Yes.
So kingdom business means you're using kingdom principles to do your biashara. So in my opinion, I mean, when you're creating value and you're impacting lives and you're doing everything fairly, in my opinion, I feel it's kingdom business.
It's
so
kingdom
money, I mean, they go hand in hand.
Yeah, there's no way you can exclude the other and say this is what is.
I mean, who gave me the ideas?
It's God.
I mean, who gives me the favor? Yeah, it's God.
Okay.
So we cannot separate each from the other. It's just our human intention.
Yeah.
And our human greed.
Yeah.
That presents money. No, presents money as an evil thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense, is it?
It isn't, by the way. It isn't.
Yeah.
Talk to someone who is starting a business or someone who's in the same business as you.
Right. Or
perhaps someone thinking, I make people laugh, so I think I should be an MC.
Yeah.
What would you advise them?
So, I mean, there are so many opportunities out here. And, of course, MCeeing are easy to do. But it requires a bit of skill, a bit of personality, character, and those kind of things. My advice would be two things. One, always make sure there's actually market validation. So you do market intelligence and validate that there's actually demand for your product. Number two, be honest.
Okay.
Yes, it's very hard, but be honest.
It's very hard, by the way.
It's very hard, but be honest. And then number three, one of the things that I learned the hard way, always communicate with your clients. Always communicate, update your clients, whether you're giving them bad news or good news.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep them in the know.
Keep them in the know. They need to know, because once you explain yourself, it's easier for them to understand you. If you don't explain yourself,
they will assume. An assumption will destroy the whole plan.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
In this show, when we've been doing business unusual, I'm asking all my guests, what would you do with $1 million, Bob?
1
Today,
million.
1 million shillings. Someone just calls you and tells you, you know what?
Yeah.
Mike, kujie pesa sahi.
Mimi nitaenda niambie mwili pole.
Pole ya nini?
Mimi nitaenda niambie mwili pole.
Kwani imekuwa ikipitia nini?
Imepitia shida. Pandemic.
It has survived the whole pandemic.
Shida.
Utaenda kuiambia pole wapi Diani?
Diani watu wameenda sana.
Unatoka wapi Maldives?
Mimi natoka nje ya Kenya.
Wapi?
Nikienda kuipatia nani? Kwanza nachukua COVID jab.
Na hiyo pesa.
Anyway, just kidding. So, yeah. I mean, $1 million bob, probably what I like most is investing in knowledge.
Okay.
So either I'll probably sign up for an online course.
Yeah.
No, I can't go back to masters. I feel right now at the level I am in, masters may not add value compared to short courses.
Okay. I hear you.
Master classes and so on. So probably I'll just sign up for one of the executive master classes or some online courses. And then the rest, to be honest, I'm really sorry. Because if you don't invest...
Unajua kuna mtu labda anaona na anashindwa atahost watu aje. Maybe you could be the person they need to host.
If you do not invest in making this
vessel.
This vessel that is making money out there comfortable, then you will make probably quote unquote a lot of money later, but not be able to enjoy it. I mean, and in this life,
and it's so sad, by the way,
live this life alive.
Yeah, you won't make it out alive. That's not even the plan. Yeah, that's
so, I mean, so once in a while, chukua mwili enda uiambie.
Sasa unaenda kuiambia polo wapi?
Nani mimi? So what I like most is I like extreme sports.
Okay. So you go to watch Formula 1 or something?
No, skydiving.
Hey, bungee jumping, those kind of things.
Bungee nimeionea tu kwa hewa. Sijajaribu bado.
Hata mimi sijajaribu, I'm afraid of heights, so I'm not planning on, so it's fine.
Yeah, but probably that. But one of my goals this year is to climb Mount Kenya.
Okay.
To the peak, to the utmost peak. I want to test my
resilience and patience and your body strength.
Correct.
That's
so
amazing.
I hope to do it sometime in December.
Why December?
Because I want to be ready. This is a
you need a whole year to prepare.
Yeah.
But preparation is very key.
Yeah, you need the right preparation.
You need the right. Upate hizo fever or whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
So using a lot of hikes and
preparing yourself. I actually hosted a guest who does hikes, so you need to connect.
Fantastic.
You need to connect and start preparing your body.
Yeah,
I'll give you those details. But I'm just wondering, for someone who wants to start that side hustle or farming or has a land somewhere and it's just there and they don't know what to do with it, what would you advise them?
I'd advise them to get in touch with me.
Yeah.
I will not charge, or probably I'll not charge you for the first engagement.
Yes.
But ideally, just go to our social media.
Yes.
On Twitter, we are at Agronomy Plus 254.
Yeah.
On Facebook, Agronomy Plus. On Instagram, Agronomy Plus.
Yeah.
You can send us an email, info@agronomyplus.co.ke.
Yeah.
Or plusagronomy@gmail.com.
Okay. I will make sure he gives me all those details, then I can share all those details. And when you get in touch with him, tell him you saw him in this channel and you'd like to talk to him. This has been an amazing conversation, and I've loved this conversation, and I know you have. And the fact that you have come this far watching this video, I know you have loved it. So kindly subscribe and let's meet at the comment section. Let us talk. Let me know whether you've been in that business of being a telephone farmer like myself and how that went down for you. Let's talk more on the comment section. This is still business unusual. I'm still at Cycads Suits, and I'm loving doing this series with you. So until next week, kindly do subscribe and see you next week. Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Or we cheers.
Or we cheers, yes. I am telling you, this was a fun episode.